Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Stevie's here and Craig is back as well.
No Jules. Jules gone.
Jules is gone. One of his many holiday homes.
Part-timer.
Half a shift.
Yeah. Stevie, if you're Liverpool, do you offer a second bid for Isak over the next few days or wait for Newcastle to soften their stance first?
Well, I suggest we're getting to the stage where if you want them to start the season playing for you, you need to get them in. So I would expect them to make another offer and get on with it. I mean, the fact that Jules is telling us that even if Liverpool sign Isak, they still have more money to buy a centre-back, get on with it. Get them signed.
Okay.
Yep.
Start, bench or sell these centre-back pairings. Ooh. Ramos and Pepe, Piqué and Mascherano, Terry and David Luiz. Who's your pick and why?
Why would you put Piqué and Mascherano and not Puyol and Piqué?
Because he did go back and play there for a period.
Puyol and Piqué played together for, what, 8 years?
Well, Mascherano was a midfielder, wasn't he? But he did go back and play that position. But, I don't know.
So does that mean you sell them?
I would say Ramos and Pepe. Ramos and Pepe, start. Bench, bench Piqué and Mascherano, because Mascherano's not a centre-half. And I'm dropping John Terry and David Luiz, not because of John Terry, because John Terry was one of the best, but I was never a huge fan of David Luiz.
Go the same?
Yeah, I think so. I'm the same as Craig. I mean, right. Puyol and Piqué were better than Mascherano and Piqué, but yeah, David Luiz defensively was okay. He was fantastic with the ball at his feet. So yeah, I'm going with yeah.
Do you think Real Madrid, Craig, was justified to ask the Spanish Federation to have their league opener be postponed since they played in the Club World Cup?
No.
Season's not even started.
100 no's, that's their choice. That was their choice. Their choice was about money. Their choice was about trying to paper over their poor season by saying, hey, we've won the Club World Cup, which they didn't even come close to because they're not good enough. They also used the Club World Cup and played Jude Bellingham when he should have been having surgery and been ready for that first game. Well, why don't they ask the league if they'll postpone the season? Because some players won't be fit. It's ridiculous. But I feel we're going to have another year, another season of this sort of in-house bickering from particularly Real Madrid, but it might be Barcelona as well. I don't know, but they do seem the worst at the moment. When you think about last year,
can't help themselves, can they?
What was it? They wrote the letter. Last year's biggest debacle, amongst many, was the insinuation in the letter about the referees.
The ref.
Just calling the credibility, basically, of the whole Spanish refereeing authorities. It's a conspiracy. Basically, that's what they're saying. It just fuels the fire, and we said it at the time. They need to rise above this kind of thing. In whose mind do they sit here and say, hey, everybody just bend over for us. Everybody just, move things for us. It just beggars belief that the arrogance that they have.
Yeah. Lots more drama on the way very soon as La Liga returns.
And they've got a few arrogant players as well. Maybe this arrogance is just seeping through the whole club, and that's why they were the way they were last year. Which is difficult for me to say.
No easy.
No easy. They were. It's not easy.
Okay, Stevie, if you had to bet on one top Premier League club to flop next season, which one would it be? A top one.
Chelsea.
Oh,
the world champions. Doesn't get any topper than that, does it? World champions. So it could be them.
Okay.
Yep.
Any thoughts, Craig?
Yeah, it could be them. It could be City.
Again?
Whether they've addressed their defensive issues, and whether Guardiola is sitting there watching Liverpool and Arsenal go out and really strengthen, has the desire to go and battle them again. I don't know.
Start, bench, drop, sell in an ESPN FC foot race. Shaka, Stevie, Craig and Jules.
Oh, today? If we did it tomorrow. Is that the question?
Yeah, well, we can do it both ways.
Well, I think it's safe to say, and I'm going to say this, and I mean this. I think the non-footballer in there is probably going to have to start.
Yeah.
Jules.
Because his knees are probably not as messed up as you lot.
Yeah, well, we can't run.
And I'm going to say this. I mean, it's a bit like getting chased with a lion, isn't it? or a tiger or a big black bear here in Connecticut. You don't have to be faster than the bear. You just have to be faster than the guy next to you. And as bad as things are for my body, I think I'm faster than him.
He probably is.
But I don't think I'm faster than the goalkeeper, which is a worry.
It's never good to get beaten by a goalie.
No, but I think Jules and Xhaka would...
Jules, Xhaka, Craig...
I don't know, maybe, I mean, he's given me 10 years, but I think I'm not in great shape. That being said...
I don't know, your back would go easy.
Okay, that being said, are you going to go in your prime?
On your prime, I would win.
Yeah.
Right?
I wasn't super quick.
Right.
That's all. But we're not in my prime.
So the question is, who would win between Xhaka and Jules? That's the question. Because I would win that race in our prime. You'd be second. Who would be third? Would it be Xhaka or Jules? That's the question. And it would depend on the length. Because if it's over a distance, I would suggest Xhaka would probably win it.
I reckon I couldn't get more than 40 or 50 yards before my calf gave way on my back one. That's a problem.
Xhaka didn't he get a really low pace on his FIFA card? Am I mistaken there? I feel like he did. Yeah.
Is it goal?
Yeah, but slow and steady wins the race, you know what I mean? It could be Jules.
The hair in the tortoise.
Jules is maybe more of a bit of a...
But today we're going Jules, Xhaka, Craig, Stevie.
Yeah.
On today's fitness.
Today's fitness.
About right, yeah.
Well, back in the day,
You'd probably
Stevie
beat
would
me
have
in the
torched them on me.
If you were in that, you'd probably beat me and all.
In my heels as well. Craig, Premier League is saying it will not reduce teams to 18 to satisfy FIFA that domestic football is more important. Do you agree?
What have I missed? What have I missed?
They want them to take two teams away, basically. I thought you were talking about squads.
No, 18,
they want
18 teams, because you know that we see 18 teams and it's been suggested in some...
Hold on, FIFA want to do this?
Where people are suggesting that there's too much football, would this be an answer?
Hold on. The people that are causing the problem are asking others to solve the problem, basically.
Yeah.
Gianni Infantino, I mean, Sepp Blatter was Sepp Blatter and whatever he did and all that stuff. This guy, Infantino, he's oblivious to everything else going on around him. He's just living in a bubble. He's just created the most contrived 32-team tournament that was needless and there was no point for it, and all it did was give players extra travel and extra games at the end of a long, hard season, and he wants others to reduce how they run their business. I mean, he really is a card, isn't he? I'm telling you that now. And he's increasing, by the way, the FIFA World Cup, I can't remember which one. I think it might be the one in North America here. But then it's in the US, it's in Canada, it's in Mexico, and then have we not got one coming up where they're going to be going to South America? There's going to be a game in South America, there's going to be a game in this country, a game in that country. This guy is just sending people all over the shop. Sometimes people like that are not worth talking about.
Yeah, Craig's with the Premier League on this one. What separates Manchester United from other big Premier League clubs' downfalls like Leeds and Nottingham Forest?
Because United
have got more money, haven't they?
Because United are, I've had an argument or a debate that they have been the biggest commercially club in the world. Now that may have changed, but you know, United have, you know, these teams have been big teams in England, and they've had obviously you know, Forest is a, you know, what Forest did will never be repeated. You know, back-to-back champions and coming up out of the first division, the old second division at the first, and winning it under Brian Clough. But it's essentially a small club. You know, doesn't really. You travel around the world, and not many people talk about Nottingham Forest. So that's the difference. United are even still, in some sense, a global juggernaut, just not on the field.
Start, bench or drop? Bobby Charlton, George Best, Kenny Dalglish.
You can have this one.
Oh, that's a tester.
That is more than a tester.
I mean, you've got to start Kenny Dalglish.
But this is the problem.
You've got to start Kenny.
George Best was arguably, some would say, was the best player in the world. All right, he was an alcoholic and his career went down. And Bobby Charlton, at the time, World Cup winning.
Yep.
But you can't have Kenny on the phone to you, can you? I know what you're saying.
See, the thing is...
Kenny was just a great player.
Right.
That's why I left this one to him. I'm out.
Right, of the three of them, right?
I'm out. I'm out.
Of the three of them, if you were to pick them on their very best day, you go with George Best. The problem with George Best is that it's the period of time where he produced that type of performance, whereas Charlton and Dalglish were doing it week in, week out for decades. That's what separates them. In terms of individualism, George Best, but in terms of, I mean, playing at a world-class level for 15 years. I mean, George can't even get close to 5 years, maybe. But yeah, I'd have to go Dalglish, Charlton, then Best. But as I said, on the best day,
yeah,
it would be Best.
When you think about Bobby Charlton winning the World Cup when his brother was in the same team, Jack. I mean, did you ever hear the quote, Jack Charlton, when he was at one of the awards? He got quite emotional, and we can argue this, but do you remember this, Stevie? He says,
yep.
He said, Bobby Charlton's the best player was the best player in the world, and he went, and he was my brother. And it was like, you know, it's like that family.
Yeah.
But he's right. I mean, Kenny Dalglish was something else as well. I mean, I said, listen.
That was my first pair of boots, Georgie Best.
And if it was...
They're still hanging up in my school, in my primary school in Scotland. They're hanging up in the corridor. Yep. That's how good George was.
I mean, that's fair, the way he's entered it. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was a
I know, you
difficult
could
one,
put
which is why he left it to you.
Oh, as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's a tough one.
For the entire panel, which of these UK cities would you go to for a weekend getaway and why? Nottingham, Sheffield, Leicester, Dundee, Aberdeen, Stirling, Cardiff, Swansea and Newport.
Well, where's Barcelona and Madrid?
I think that's the point, isn't it?
Hold on.
Hold on a second.
Hold on. I'm definitely punching for the East Midlands because obviously
Okay.
I spent 15 years in Nottingham
All right.
and still. But looking at places, with all respect, you're not going to Cardiff and Swansea or Newport and Wales. Stirling's a nice place in Scotland. It's very picturesque, not a lot going on. That's about it. I would say Nottingham and Stirling.
Stevie?
Not Sheffield. I'm not a big fan.
Sheffield's a good night out.
Sheffield is a surprisingly good night out.
I'd go Stirling and Sheffield.
Oh, yeah, but it's not a night out question. It's a
Weekend getaway.
weekend.
But it's kind of.
Well, when you went to Dublin, you went for you went for a weekend. You didn't go for
But
a...
it's like how walking around the city and taking in the
sights.
the history.
The history in
And
Nottingham, obviously.
that's what-
Oh, well, that changes the whole thing if you're talking about it from that point of view, doesn't it?
Cardiff's a fun weekend if there's football involved.
Aye.
Listen, the only thing, whenever I go to Wales, I'm not.
Not a lot,
against
there's not
Wales,
a lot
but
going on in
they
Swansea.
just like they love fighting down there amongst themselves.
They do, aye.
Yeah, I'm just biased because Middlesbrough won their only ever cup in Cardiff and we had a great time.
Aye.
So, but
Like
yeah,
a fight.
To be fair,
They like a fight and a sing-song.
to be fair though, Cardiff is a massive upgrade for you.
from Middlesbrough.
Yeah, anywhere,
Like a
isn't
posh
it?
weekend getaway for us lot that weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, maybe we'll go with Craig then. Nottingham.
Well,
Stirling.
Stirling is
Stirling's a nice place.
Stirling.
Yeah, it's a nice
All right,
place.
Stirling. Okay, we must get there. Not done
Yeah.
that one yet.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for sending in your questions. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again.